Title: Ashfall Heir. The ash never stopped falling. It coated the cracked glass of broken buildings, filled the lungs of children born coughing, and buried the dead so often no one dug anymore. In the mining town of Kern, they used to say if you were born poor, you'd die in soot. No gods came here, only debts. 17-year-old Kael knew that truth better than anyone. His father had died in a shaft collapse. His mother drank herself into silence. He scavenged for scraps by day, sold rusted metal by night. And once a week, he snuck into the restricted zone near the sulfur fields, not for food, but for the silence. The toxic air kept others away, and Kael liked pretending the world had ended. Until the day he found the phoenix. It lay curled in a crater of scorched stone, enormous wings twisted and broken, fire leaking from its wounds like molten blood, its eyes, still burning, locked onto his. And then, without words, it screamed inside his skull, "Free me." Kael hesitated. There were warnings about old magic, about relics from the War of the Skyborn, long buried and long forgotten. But he was already dying in pieces. What was one more risk? Seeing a sword a few steps ahead, covered in flames, he shattered the chains. The phoenix burst upward in a pillar of flame that vaporized everything in a mile. Kael screamed as fire consumed him, and woke up untouched, except for the mark on his chest, glowing like a sun, 3 concentric circles, flickering like embers. The phoenix was gone, but Kael had changed. He looked stronger, older. He couldn't be burned, couldn't drown, could walk barefoot through boiling pits. Something inside him pulsed like living fire. Hunger, purpose, power. At first, he kept it secret. But when gang lords tried to kill him for a stolen ration pack and he walked through their bullets, people noticed. The rumors spread fast. The Ashborn had returned. In the city of Caldrith, 5 days from Kern by rail, whispers turned to invitations. Kael received one, a summons from the Council of Emberlight. They governed the industrial nations with veiled faces and steel law. He expected interrogation. Instead, they gave him a choice. Join them, be their weapon, or disappear. Kael joined. They called him Lord Cinder, clothed him in armor woven from sky iron, and sent him to crush rebel towns and silence uprisings. The fire in his veins roared with each conquest. He burned enemy ships mid-air, turned deserts into glass. The poor, the broken, once his people, now fled from the shadow of his wings. But with each victory, something else burned away. His laughter, his doubt, his mother who died in her sleep and never recognized him again. And then came the dream. The phoenix, now whole, appeared to him in a field of stars. You were meant to free them, it said, not become their cage. Kael awoke with fire leaking from his eyes. He realized then, the mark wasn't a gift. It was a test, and he had failed. The council wanted him to destroy the Cradle of Ash, a mountain fortress where the last free scholars guarded a hidden library, knowledge the council had outlawed. Kael flew there alone, under the guise of war. Instead, he listened. They told him the truth. The phoenix he freed had once been a god, imprisoned by the council centuries ago. Its magic had seeded the world. Its flame was life itself, not meant to kill, but to renew. Kael fell to his knees. He knew what he had to do. He returned to Caldrith with the sky black behind him, flames coiled in his palms like serpents. He didn't sneak in. He announced himself, a rebel, a traitor, a torch come to cleanse the rot. The council unleashed their sentinels, golems of stone and lightning. Kael tore through them like wind through paper. He reached the council chamber where 13 masked figures waited. "You're just a weapon," one said. "You can't rebuild the world with fire." Kael's eyes blazed. "Number, but I can burn the old one down. The sky broke open. The phoenix returned. Its wings spanned cities. Its cry cracked towers. And as Kael stood at its heart, fire erupting from his very soul, the council screamed, not from pain, but from truth, because they saw what he had become, not a pawn, not a soldier, a heir. In the years that followed, no kings ruled from thrones. The ashfall ended. The mines closed. The skies cleared. Kael never took a crown. He disappeared into myth, a silhouette with a burning mark on his chest, said to walk the world and light torches where darkness grows. And when the children of soot ask their parents if the world can ever change, they whisper, "It already did."